Hey guys, Nick here. Welcome to the Omniverse of Nick and part 12 to What If Saibamen Turn Good. Before we get started, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to this and the other Omniverse channels, and comment future requests down below. With all that said, let's begin. So, we open up where we ended off last time. King Cold is now coughing up green acid and seems to have the same virus because of the legendary Super Saibamen. And instantly, Goku, Vegeta, everyone there blasts at full power before he can complete his acid mutated monster behemoth transformation. But it's too late. The explosion shows King Cold basically took no damage and begins powering with a purple, pink, and dark acid green aura. And before long, he begins to mutate. Acid claws, melted skin, acid fanged teeth, pure red eyes, 2+ tails, and looking like a frickin' freak of nature. And he goes straight towards them, preparing to kill all of them in this new form. But just then, a Saibaman, not Sai, but a Saibaman with a future apocalyptic looking outfit and a large green saber enters the battlefield. They're noticing this just as it happens. This is in the span of a few seconds. He gets straight up to this acid monster, King Cold, and with a few slices, even one slice, King Cold is defeated instantly with just a few slashes from the sword. And everybody is super confused because it wasn't Sai. So who the frick is this Saibaman? And where did he come from? And now we have Sai facing this Saibaman looking future creature. And this Saibaman introduces himself. He is Sai, but he's from the future. Says he'll explain himself why he just saved everybody from, and it's absolutely crucial for everybody to understand. You see, in the future timeline, King Cold's mutation was far worse. There was no one to stop King Cold from getting worse. The Z Fighters tried, and like Frieza, King Cold mutated. Very, very, very much so, even after getting damaged. He went to his 5th, 6th augmentation forms, and he got so big, so monstrous, so mutated, so astronomically acid-like dangerous that he actually, with his augmentation 5th, 6th, maybe even 7th forms, grew so big that he covered the entire planet, extending out into space. So when he blew up, there was nothing to stop the entire planet from getting covered. So the explosion caused the entire planet to be affected, and it turned everyone, Goku, Yamcha, Tien, Piccolo, Krillin, Vegeta, Master Roshi, every single person on Earth to become acid behemoth creatures affected by the disease that sparked from the legendary Super Saibaman. Sai was the only survivor because, as it's stated, he's not affected by the virus. And you might be wondering, wait, if Sai cured everyone, then how did they get freaking affected by King Cold, even if it was the future? Well, because the explosion was so big and the damage and mutation so huge that either in the future timeline they would just have not been cured because the future things change. You know, it was obviously different. Or the damage and the acidic amount of mutation from this King Cold so freaking dangerous that it would over exceed the cure made by Sai. Either way, Sai is the sole survivor, and he can't take on every acid person on the earth. So he begins training in secret in an underground cave he makes for himself on the distant side of the planet, completely abandoned, that he knows even if they took a long time to get there, he'll be left alone because he has no choice. So Sai trains in secret to master all the acidic and potential unleashed powers at his disposal. And he would remain there for 17 years. So he would train in secret. And soon enough, he realizes his pure strength ain't gonna cut it. He needs an instrument, something to help him harness his powers more, that he can use to uh, put a power of his essence and fracture it as a soul better part of his power, like something that exceeds his power even in short bursts, that he knows he can rely on more than just his strength. So he makes an acidic saber, and he practices training with that. And over the years, he manages to, with all of that training, get 17 years of greatness out of it and perfectly harness his acidic potential and all of the powers that the Saibamen never had. And with this, he does manage to kill every acidic monster on the planet. So he basically wipes out the entire Earth's population, but it was already doomed the second that King Cold blew up. And the Dragon Balls, yeah, it's kind of a no-go, just like the future timeline. And he would continue to train, just trying to prove that he himself will do anything to keep the Earth intact, even if there's no one around anymore. He's got to be here. But soon enough, a portal appears in front of him. This must be a side effect of the acidic explosion that was caused by King Cold, all the anomalies because of the legendary Super Saibamen. It must have distorted space time. And he ends up getting pulled into it. And he closes the portal with all his strength just as he's being put into it. Turns out this portal sent him to the past. So he didn't do this on a whim, and there was no time machine. This was an anomaly created by the legendary Super Saibamen and the huge explosions and everything that's happened because of all since the legendary Super Saibamen and King Cold and such. Frieza, not so much, but he did have a little bit to do with it. So, anyways, Sai gives Future Sai gives Sai his ultimate acidic potential unlocked, just like him, and utilizes his sword to do it. So he doesn't take away from his own strength because his sword has way more than enough strength to do this and give Sai the same potential. So they're pretty much at the same caliber. If not, like, one's possibly stronger than the other, but that's beside the point. So now Sai doesn't just have his potential unlocked, he is a full acidic potential unlocked Saibaman that has his limits officially broken in a way. So 3 years they're going to train and pretty much live in peace. They don't know about the androids. So not even future Sai, because it never got to the point of the androids even becoming a factor. And kind of messed up there for Dr. Gero. But anyways, what's going to happen whenever 3 years pass and the androids do become a threat? Since King Cold and Frieza are dead, is the curse of the legendary Super Saibamen over? Or is there still more to it that we don't know yet? And if it truly is done, what more threats await for our group? Find